Hey guys, so listen, we gonna create a Twitch at some point, but Jamarcus read me a couple of these comments. I don't do the comment thing on the YouTube, but I'm like, golly, he read one. I said, that's a comment. Somebody asking about that kind of stuff. So let's start with one that you think's a good one, and we'll kind of work. So this is like a Q&A. For one, T for here, Fit Bully TV. Definitely want to like and subscribe and share if there's anything you think that we're doing that can that benefits you and your dog. So I appreciate you guys watching. I didn't expect this many people to enjoy what we do as much as they are. So thank you. But go ahead and read that. Which one did you just read? Or
I got you right here. So this is definitely something. So you spoke of microbiome, and speaking of, this is for S. Lawrence on YouTube. Whoever made this comment.
S. Lawrence.
S. Lawrence, we were answering your comment. You spoke of microbiome, and in the yoga world, they speak of the vagus nerve and the relation it has to the body's microbiome and stress and anxiety factors. Do you think that keeping gut health in dogs and other pets in general aids in the elimination and eradication of behavior issues born of anxiety and fear? Thank you, by the way.
Goodness gracious, that's a tough question. So does good gut health basically improve a dog's overall quality of life or reduce anxiety, etc.? Is what they're asking?
Yes.
Or am I simplifying it too much? Look, let me try to say this for one. There are definitely links to gut health and frustration. And they've talked about how poor gut health can definitely impact a dog's quality of life long term. And even more importantly, get them into a mood, right? And it's also, in my experience, just based on the education and research that I've done, it also plays its part when, unfortunately, the dog is fixed too soon, because now the endocrine system can't develop, which means the hormones are going to, in some regards, forever be imbalanced, which means the pup never grows up. So, does it play a part? I believe so. Gut health is linked back to so many things. They call it our second brain. We feed our dogs some of the best stuff, and I do research all the time, and I think we're going to continue to learn how to better the dogs through proper gut health. But I mean, yeah, I would assume so. What's another good one we got here?
Let's see. All right, so little behavior question here for you. So basically, just for context, people, I'm a 42-year-old man, straight man, with a 53-year-old gay roommate. Only reason I mention the preference is for context, once again. So they have a Chihuahua who's 4 years old, and he's affectionate to say the least. Says the Chihuahua has taken a huge liking to the roommate. I'm the only person who feeds her. I am with her 15 hours of the day, yet when he comes home, the roommate in this case, she then treats me like I'm trying to harm him. Or harm her, excuse me. She goes total protection mode over the roommate. She growls, even bites a little. When he's not around, I'm loved by her. What can I do to stop her from, I almost want to say, hating, not trusting me when he comes home? We are baffled.
Oh my. The Chihuahua itself, the Chihuahua, is definitely an interesting dog, especially from a protective standpoint. They're like, I don't know. I know a lot about them. They got like the best hearing out of all the dogs, which is why they yap so much. And they yap to keep people, of course, from harassing and bothering them or all that other good stuff. So, if you're spending that type of time with the dog, then unfortunately it could be. I told my guy, I believe dogs have love languages. So when you think about the love language of a dog, you think, hey, how do I get this dog to really love me? Well, what does a dog need? So where you feed a dog and the dog's around you, maybe quality time and feeding, aka which could be considered gift giving, isn't the dog's love language. Maybe whatever he's doing speaks to the dog's nature and gets the dog a little excited or riled up, if you would, and the dog feels like, I got to protect this love. And clearly, I'm also guessing the dog's never been abused, which I would imagine that's not the case. So then it just comes down to, what is it that dog needs? But I would say if you were trying to manage it better or even fix it, just, excuse me, work through, basically you guys kind of hanging out at a time or two, and then letting the dog know, hey, look, buddy, he's okay. He's okay. He's okay. And that's crazy, especially if it's your dog that's got him so protected. Now, again, I'm not there, so I don't know. But if I'm just guessing, from my understanding, there are dogs who need various things like we do. And some of the dogs, I kid you not, you could feed them all day long, and then like that one person, like, dude, this my dog lives with me, but it loves you every time. And it's just because maybe that person's intent and how that dog receives love is speaks their language. What else we got that's good, man?
Gotcha.
That's a good one too, man. I'm like,
yeah.
I mean, and I appreciate the question, guys, but I gotta be honest with you. You know, I'm not there at dog behavior. Not only is it an interesting thing, but it's literally like a one-on-one thing. Like, we'll never know until we know. And unfortunately, we don't know until, you know, something goes wrong or something goes right.
Gotcha. So question number 3. So I have a serious question.
Uh-oh.
This is from Dontrell Durant on YouTube. What if someone buys a dog for pet home, promises not to breed them, and then they breed them anyway? How would you know?
So on the most paperwork, especially AKC, you can you grab one of these forms over here we've got. So I did this before, and for one, people, you just want to be integral. That's the one thing. But on the bottom of this sheet here, this is ABKC paperwork. On the bottom of this sheet here, and I don't even know if you guys, let me see if you can see it in the camera. There we go here. It says pet home or breeding rights. Yeah. So if you see the pet home or breeding rights at the bottom, you can pause the video there if you want. Go back. I circle a box. And if I circle the box and it says pet home, and in some cases, when they're breeding Frenchies, they literally register the whole litter so you can't mess it up. Because technically the Frenchie only has, standard about 5 colors or something like that. So how would we know? We wouldn't, man. I mean, you could technically do whatever you want. There's paper hanging, there's all that kind of stuff. But objectively, for those people who just think, hey, I'm going to breed a dog and get my money out, you're never going to get the money out of the couch. A lot of you never get the money that you want out of your home. You never get the money out of your car, your vehicle. What you can do is I keep promoting, is just take care of the dog. Like, I don't know why people get a dog and think they need to get some money out the dog. Just love the dog. I hate the fact that we have to breed, but we have to breed to teach. And because there's so much education needs to be done, I have to do the very thing that, you know, in some regard I despise. But I would always breed for me and get it right. And eventually we only do about maybe 20 dogs now, if not less. I'm not trying to fulfill the world with dogs. So we would never know, unfortunately, but you would. What else, man? We're gonna do 2 more, and then that'd be it for today, people.
Gotcha. So, question number 4. So from the champion on YouTube. So hurry up and make the next video. I need to know what to do when my female is bleeding. I got a girl going in heat right now. What do I do next?
Get progesterone tests. You've got a 10 to 14 day window. You need to be documenting and paying the money, in my opinion, to learn as much as possible. So again, he says, hey, what do I do if I have a female that's bleeding? But one of the things I would recommend you do, if you plan on breeding her, for one, hopefully she's on her 3rd heat or at least 2 years old. Do not rush a female and get a dog pregnant. Lord have mercy, please take your time. Second thing you want to do is get some progesterone tests done so you can know where her numbers are spiking. And numbers are just an indicator of the fact that, you know, her eggs are about to drop, or they're dropping, or they've dropped. And then hopefully you got a good stud and you're planning on making the breed better. So breed according to standard if that's something you believe in. And as always, just take care of the dog. What else you got, man?
So, fifth and final question, can you feed your dog chicken with the bone in it?
The famous chicken question. Guys, I'm not going to tell you what to feed your dog or how to feed your dog. What I tell you is that, hey, I've been feeding dogs chicken bones raw for years, over 15 years now, and I'll continue to do so. So I haven't had any issues at this moment in time, and I don't hope to have any issues in the future. And bone is a part of the raw diet. It just is a thing. So much nutrition in the bone, especially the marrow, the collagen, the top part, the part of the cartilage part, top part of the bone. So we answered a few today. I don't get on here enough and even look at the comments. We press play and post. That's kind of my rule and our rule here. And if it works, it works, and it is working. I appreciate those people who are listening, learning, and responding in kind, and even at times unkind. I appreciate all the rhetoric, and even more importantly, the people who are learning and wanting to do a little bit better. So, as I always say, guys, take care of your dogs. Like, subscribe, share. Thank you guys for coming. We're going to do this a little bit more as time goes on, and more than likely, I'll be playing the game. That's kind of like my downtime after a day like today. And go get that new God Award. It's out. It's a good one. And keep taking care of the dog, people.